Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French.
And I'm Robinson Miles. Now, right now, we have a lot of developing news that we're going to run over today, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right in. We do have some new information on a road rage shooting we told you about last night. Police say 62-year-old David Milan and another driver got into a confrontation on Green River Road. Officers say the people in the other car followed him to Village Green Apartments. That's when they say Milan fired a gun at them.
Now, the woman in the car says she fired back. Police say Milan was shot in the torso, but was treated and released. Now, just into the newsroom, we are hearing the 911 calls that were made leading up to this shooting. So take a listen.
Evansville 911.
Yeah, I'm driving down Covert Avenue. This man pulled in front of us, and then, he swerved in front of us, and my husband went around him, and the guy got out and punched my husband in the face, and now we're chasing him down Covert Avenue, but we're left right here by Village Green Apartments. And I'm not going to lie, it looks like he's grabbing his glove box right now.
Okay. Yeah, I just need you to pull.
You turn off right here at Village Green, babe. Oh, he's turning to Village Green, so he must live there. So we're not going to pull off there.
Okay.
He just shot at us! He's shooting at us!
Okay.
Shooting at us! Just go.
Okay, I need you to drive away. Where can
Okay, I am driving away. I do have a permit to carry, and I did shoot back because he was shooting at me.
you shot back at him?
Yes.
What kind of vehicle are you in?
A white Chevy Impala.
Are you pulling out of Village Green?
Yes. He just unloaded a whole clip at my car, though, I promise you.
Okay, I heard it in the background.
Okay, thank you. I'm so scared right now.
Where can you go?
I'm at Casey's.
You're at Casey's?
Yeah, I'm pulling in right now.
Are you hurt?
No, I don't think he hit the car. He doesn't have no aim, but he definitely was shooting.
Now, the prosecutor declined to press charges against the people in the other car. Milan did make his first court appearance this afternoon. He is facing a charge of criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon. So we're going to have more on this story tonight on 14 News.
Now, switching over to Owensboro, the Owensboro Fire Department will need a new truck after one of theirs caught fire this morning. Officials posted about the incident on their official Facebook page. They say it happened on the Natcher Parkway near the Davis-Ohio County line. Officials say no one was hurt, and it was the only truck involved. Now, we do have some pictures here, and officials say you get a good look at it. That truck, of course, will need to be replaced. You know, it's one of those things, I feel weird saying that, but if someone's truck's going to catch on fire,
and I wish I could get the picture to pull up,
pretty...
but a little technical difficulties here getting that photo to you. It is on our website, but it was fully engulfed in flames. Davis County firefighters had to help respond too. I mean, like, they had it under control. They are firefighters, but you'll have to check out that photo over on 14news.com.
I feel guilty. I feel dismissive that I'm like,
I know.
If it's going to happen to someone, they can handle it.
They got it, yeah.
They'll be okay.
And no one was hurt, so all good.
All right, for our final headline today, the mayor of Huntingburg is speaking out about an issue that's been frustrating to drivers in that area for some time. Now, Mayor Neil Elkins says that over the past few weeks, many people have reached out to him about the increase in train blockages across the city.
Yeah, Elkins says he's actively working to address those concerns. He says the issue has been the frequency and the length of those train cars just blocking the railroad crossings, creating challenges for residents and local businesses. Elkins says, unfortunately, federal law limits what the city of Huntingburg can even do at the local level. So Mayor Elkins says he's reached out to federal elected officials and also to Norfolk Southern, but so far has not received a response. Now, in the meantime, Elkins is asking residents of Huntingburg for their help. At each railroad crossing, there is this sign. It's got a posted toll-free number there. You can call and report those blockages. When you do call, make sure you include the crossing identification number that is found on that sign. So our Gabe Pontonis will have more on that story tonight on 14 News.
Well, that's going to round out the news portion of things for us here. Be sure to circle back for 14 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. But for now, we're going to hand things off to someone who knows a whole lot more about this very chilly
Oh,
Friday.
yeah. It was not fun waking up and it being so much colder. I mean, I loved yesterday, but
That's great.
we're hoping for a warm up again soon. So do not go anywhere. Meteorologist Arden Gregory will have your forecast right after the break.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory, and this is a live look at the Owensboro riverfront. Kind of gray and gloomy, cloudy skies overhead. I know it's hard to see because they're kind of small, but these flags are just whipping in the wind. Yesterday, they were blowing that way as warm air was coming in from the south. Today, though, they're blowing this way. We've got cold air coming in from the north. We had a dramatic drop in our temperatures overnight. As expected, that cold front rolled through around 2-3 a.m. and at 2 a.m. we were in the 70s, and at 3 a.m. we were in the 50s. That's how quickly those temperatures dropped. And now with the cloudy skies and the cold breeze from the north, we've just been kind of holding steady in the 40s all day today. We've got some very spotty rain out there. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Tomorrow is technically a First Alert weather day, but you'll probably go through the whole day without noticing it being a First Alert weather day. That alert is because we are under a freeze warning overnight tonight into Saturday morning. So if you need to make any arrangements to plan for that, if you have any sensitive plants, if you have a hose hooked up, anything like that, we wanted to really draw your attention to just how cold it is going to get tonight. It's been so warm recently. A lot of things have bloomed. People have kind of settled into the kind of pattern you would be in late spring or even early summer. But we are going to get down below freezing tonight, so don't let that catch you off guard. Other than that, tomorrow is going to be really nice. Cool. We're only going to make it into the 50s, but sunny, not quite as breezy as today. And then our wind direction shifts by the end of the day on Saturday. Warmer air starts to flow in from the south. And Sunday will be partly to mostly cloudy, but warmer. And it keeps warming up then as we go into the first half of next week. For right now, though, it is chilly out there and a whole lot colder than yesterday. It is currently 39 degrees colder in Evansville than it was at 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Now, for some perspective, yesterday was record-setting warmth. We had highs in the mid to upper 80s yesterday. Then that cold front moved through last night. As it moved through, we had that sharp change in our wind direction, and then a sharp drop in our temperatures. Then lagging behind that cold front, there was this sort of long, broad line of showers and storms. It did bring some thunderstorms and severe weather to our north, and there was still some thunder in it as it made it to us. Many of you may have heard that thunder early this morning. But then the heavy rain and the thunderstorms all pushed off to the east pretty quickly, and most of the day has been pretty dry, but we've had just this very light, very spotty rain out there, and we've still got some of that out there right now. Again, just a few spotty showers, mainly across Warwick, Spencer, and Perry counties, then down into Ohio, Hopkins, and Muhlenberg counties there. Much of the tri-state is dry. Any remaining rain is going to taper off to the southeast over the next couple of hours. I think by 4 before 5 o'clock, probably at the latest. By 5 p.m., I think we'll all be dry. Now, the clouds will hang around a little longer, but those will also clear as we get into the night tonight. Tonight will be mostly clear, and tomorrow will be full of sunshine. But like I said, it will be cold. First thing tomorrow morning, sunny, but we still have that cold air coming in from the north. It will be freezing tomorrow morning. Literally, we're under a freeze warning. As we go through the day on Saturday, lots of sunshine. Notice the wind arrows gradually change as we go through the day, though. By Saturday night, warmer air will start to flow in from the south, and our temperatures will warm back up as we go through the first half of next week. As for our temperatures right now, still just hanging out in the mid to upper 40s. That's where we've been most of the day. It's 46 right now in Evansville, Newburgh, and Owensboro. Those temperatures will still hold steady in these mid to upper 40s through the next couple of hours. Then later this evening, as the sun sets, we'll start to gradually drop back through the 40s and into the 30s. Yes, it is cloudy and kind of spitting rain. That is contributing to the cold temperatures, but really what drives our weather is our wind direction. We talked about this yesterday. We had that wind from the south pulling warm air in, and now that wind direction has changed and cold air is just flowing in from the north. That's why we had that sharp drop in our temperatures, and it's still breezy out there right now. We are under a freeze warning as we go through the night tonight, the entire tri-state, and not even just us. This freeze warning stretches all the way from Kansas through the state of Missouri, southern Illinois and Indiana, most of the state of Kentucky, and all the way out into a few counties in Virginia and West Virginia. So a large section here under these freeze warnings behind the cold front that passed through last night into this morning. Our temperatures are expected to dip into the low 30s tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if a few spots, especially in Illinois, even dipped into the upper 20s. The wind will die down some overnight, but we will still have a cool breeze coming in from the north with mostly clear skies overhead because, like I said, those clouds are going to clear out later this evening. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine all day long. Our wind direction gradually shifts from the north to the east and then on around to the south as we go through the day. But I think most of the daylight hours, our winds will be more easterly. It won't be quite as cold because we will have sunshine and not that cold wind from the north anymore. So our temperatures will climb into the low to mid 50s tomorrow afternoon. But we are on alert until 9 a.m. tomorrow because that's when our temperatures are expected to get back above freezing. So from about 1 a.m. to 9 a.m., expect our temperatures to be in those 30s and potentially having some impact to plants and any hoses you have hooked up or anything like that. So really, for most of us, this is not going to be any kind of big impactful first alert weather day, but we did want to just draw your attention to the fact that we are going to get below freezing tonight, which may be a shock to folks after we were in the mid to upper 80s just yesterday afternoon. I mentioned that warm up. Wind direction changes Saturday night. We warm back up. Upper 60s Sunday, upper 70s Monday, and then lower 80s on Tuesday. Then as we get into the second half of next week, we get into kind of an unsettled weather pattern. We have multiple chances of rain as we get into next week. So let's take a closer look at that. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. We do start to see some clouds then on Sunday, partly to mostly cloudy but dry on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday both look partly cloudy and mainly dry, but it is possible we could catch a stray shower Monday and or Tuesday. It's a very isolated chance though. Both days I think many of us will stay dry. Our rain chances do pick up very late Tuesday night though into Wednesday morning. Rain looks like a good bet Wednesday morning, and then as soon as that starts to move out, another round moves in from the southwest. That keeps rain in the forecast into Thursday. Then we may see a brief lull in the action on Good Friday. Then it seems we may have another round of rain moving in as we get into Easter weekend. So again, we're caught in this kind of unsettled weather pattern as we go through, especially the second half of next week. So here's your 7-day forecast, just kind of a summary of everything we just talked about. On alert just tomorrow morning for those freezing temperatures. Then we climb into the low to mid 50s tomorrow afternoon. Lots of sunshine, so as long as you grab a light jacket, overall it should be a pretty nice Saturday, especially in the afternoon. Some clouds, but mainly dry through the first part of next week and gradually warmer each day. By Tuesday, we're back into the 80s. Then we've got that unsettled weather pattern moving in with multiple rounds of rain possible late Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then again on Thursday. Maybe a few isolated showers on Friday before more rain then moves in for Easter weekend. I will say the models so far are kind of inconsistent on the timing for any rain over Easter weekend. Some of them have it focused almost entirely on Saturday. Others have it late Saturday carrying over into Sunday and have a rainy Sunday morning for Easter Sunday. So still some uncertainty on the timing of that, but one thing that is consistent is that it seems like we will probably get rain at some point over Easter weekend, whether it's mainly Saturday or Saturday into Sunday. It's too early to know those details for sure, but you can see that in the extended outlook as well. The extended outlook from Saturday into Easter Sunday and then into the start of that first full week of April there does show a trend toward above average temperatures, so it does still seem like it will be fairly warm, 60s, maybe even 70s, but we are also outlooked for above average precipitation. And if you look specifically at the hazards, you can see the map gets a little bit messy here because we're mapping two different hazards at the same time. So let's take them one at a time. We'll start with the green shade there. That is a large area of the country, including the tri-state right here, outlooked for possible heavy precipitation Saturday, April 4th through Sunday, April 5th. April 5th is Easter Sunday. So again, we are outlooked for potential heavy rain over Easter weekend. But then looking at the other threat, this is mainly to our west, but it does come right up to the tri-state here. There's also an outlook for high winds over Easter weekend as well. So we already have those two rounds of rain, one Wednesday and one Thursday of this next week. And then we're also outlooked for potential heavy precipitation and maybe even some high winds then as we get into Easter weekend. So tracking 3 rounds of rain in the second half of next week. One late Tuesday into Wednesday, another one Thursday, then another one over Easter weekend, focused either mainly on Saturday or Saturday into Sunday. Still a little unclear. So we may or may not salvage some dry weather on Easter Sunday, depending on how the timing plays out. But either way, I would be prepared for all the outdoor plans. A lot of people have outside plans for Easter weekend, whether you're getting together and doing egg hunts and whatnot on Saturday or on Easter Sunday. You may need to consider there's a good chance you're going to have to either move things inside or do your egg hunts in the mud. And those may be the only two options we have this Easter weekend, so be prepared for that. All right, checking in on the comments. Good afternoon, Braden. Braden asking if the cold temperatures are dangerous. It's not really dangerously cold as long as you're dressed appropriately. We're not talking about, sub-zero or even single-digit wind chills and things like that. It's just going to be much colder than it has been here recently, and it will be cold enough that it could potentially impact plants and things that have started to bloom in this warm weather we've had recently. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that. Derek wants the 80s back. The 80s are coming back on Tuesday, but then it does seem like we'll cool back into the 60s and 70s with that rain moving in through the second half of next week. And Laura, as always, watching from Dawson Springs. We always appreciate you, Laura. You're one of our most loyal viewers here of our streaming shows. So again, here's another look at our 7-day forecast. Very cold tonight into tomorrow morning, below freezing. So that's why we have that alert. Plants and whatnot that have started to bloom could be in danger tonight. But by tomorrow afternoon, cool, sunny, highs in the low to mid 50s, 60s Sunday, 70s Monday, 80s Tuesday, some clouds, maybe a stray shower Monday or Tuesday, but overall the first 3 days of next week look pretty dry. Our rain chances then really pick up middle of next week. So we've got rain likely Wednesday, again on Thursday, kind of in between systems. Then on Friday, we could maybe still catch a stray shower, and then more rain and possibly some gusty winds as we get into Easter weekend. All right, if there are no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Meteorologist Michael Fecka will have an updated look at your forecast on 14 News tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and he'll do another streaming show tonight at 9, so I hope you'll join him then. All right, everybody, turn your heat back on. If your AC has been on from yesterday, you may want to turn your heat back on tonight. Other than that, everybody have a great weekend.